The problem that we have as black folks, the problem that we have as black folks, the problem that we have as black folks when we look at the whole Malcolm X situation. Black issues, but they were taking what they wanted from what Malcolm X was saying, but they were not becoming a part of what he was representing. Black issues, but they were taking what they wanted from what Malcolm X was saying, but they were not becoming a part of what he was representing. Black issues, but they were taking what they wanted from what Malcolm X was saying, but they were not becoming a part of what he was representing. Now, when he goes against what he's representing, now they all become his fans and everything, because he goes against what he was representing. Because he goes against what he was representing. Because he goes against what he was representing. You know, Malcolm X decided to speak when he was a part of an organization, you know, part of an organization that was not giving any comment on a particular issue at a particular time, and he went ahead and he violated that. You know what I mean? If you work in any sort of organization, if you work for the government, like I just said, if you're a government agent and the government says all of our agents, the government is not releasing any response on this at this present time. So we would like none of our agents, we want all of our agents to go QT, to go quiet on this. Don't say anything right now. Then maybe the government will say something later on, but the government decides that all of its employees will not. See, Malcolm X did not work for the general people. He did not work for, like, everybody. People say, oh, he was ours. No, this is a very strange thing. Malcolm X was part of an organization. He was repping a certain organization. And everybody liked what he was saying about general black issues, but they were taking what they wanted from what Malcolm X was saying, but they were not becoming a part of what he was representing. Now, when he goes against what he's representing, now they all become his fans and everything, because he goes against what he was representing. You know, and now they embrace him, so to speak. But they didn't embrace him enough even in that time to be there with him and to stand with him. I mean, speaking of people who actually lived, you know, back at that particular time, those perilous days and everything, it was like everyone was in like a frozen psychological state of shock. Basically, they were just like watching like a big show going on. But the whole thing about the Malcolm X thing is that there's something I think that needs to be stated about this, and it hasn't been stated about it, and I don't know if I'll be the one to be able to state it about it, you know, and really put the record straight, or help to even straighten out the record about Malcolm X, because it's a problem that we have as black folks when we look at the whole Malcolm X situation. You know, we're not seeing the point correctly. You know, we're not seeing it in its proper context. And then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, there's stuff going on out there, it gets demonized. He gets demonized, you know, and but here's the thing. Check this out. Here's what shows how black people's situation is all fucked up. It's all messed up. Is that they're like, oh, Malcolm X was one of the real brothers, and things was changing then, if he wasn't killed, blah blah blah. But most of these people, or even their parents, were not a part of the organization. If Malcolm X had stayed a member of that, or if Malcolm X started his own organization, see, Malcolm X probably thought he believed the hype. See, we don't have to fall for what Malcolm X fell for. You know what I mean? He believed that there was going to be a change. He believed that, okay, maybe some of these people didn't want to join the Nation of Islam for certain reasons. Now, I'm on the outs with the Nation of Islam. So if I'm on the outs with the Nation of Islam, they would join my organization, and we could still do the positive thing. But what he was under delusion about was that wasn't going to happen. That would have never been the case. Even if he didn't get assassinated, these niggas would have not joined his organization. In other words, this is more about not so much as Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad, but this is about understanding the nature of the Negro. Because most of us as Negroes or black folks don't even understand that. And this is, and I believe that the European understands more about us in this sense, maybe not saying from the same motivation and the same reason for understanding that we want to understand ourselves and our people, but he understands us better than we understand ourselves. He understands us better, and he knows those things, but we will put ourselves in a false, a delusive state about what the reality of the situation is, or what the reality of the situation, in other words, is not. And that's kind of like the situation that we have put ourselves and we have got ourselves into as so-called black people. What the hell is going on down here? The problem that we have as black folks when we look at the whole Malcolm X situation. The problem that we have as black folks, when we look at the whole Malcolm X situation. The black issues, but they were taking what they wanted from what Malcolm X was saying, but they were not becoming a part of what he was representing. Black issues, but they were taking what they wanted from what Malcolm X was saying, but they were not becoming a part of what he was representing. Black issues, but they were taking what they wanted from what Malcolm X was saying, but they were not becoming a part of what he was representing.